please remain standing. At this time, Olivia Yeager will come lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of Foothills Education Charter High School, we welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. My fellow students and I have worked extremely hard to accomplish this goal. We sincerely appreciate all of the support and encouragement we received from our families, friends, and dedicated staff here at Foothills. Thank you for being here to share in our accomplishments on this very special occasion. On behalf of my fellow 2023 graduates, we say thank you.
At this time, we would like to recognize some of our special guests who are among us tonight. Superintendent of Foothills, Dr. Sherry Gibney Sherman, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Dale Simpson, Superintendent of Oglethorpe County Schools, Ms. Beverly Levine, also our regional Foothills directors, and our special guest speaker, board member Jake Wilcox. Thank all of you for your support. At this time, we will view some speeches from the Foothills valedictorian, our Mama Joe Scholarship winners, our top honor graduate, and our superintendent.
At Chevron,
Parents, distinguished guests, and fellow graduates. My name is Madison Bush. It is my honor to speak to you as the 2022-2023 valedictorian of Foothills Charter High School. When we were kids, at some point, we all dreamed about what life would be like after we received our diploma. When I was in the 6th grade, I remember watching my older brother walk across the stage at his ceremony. I fantasized about the feeling I would have walking across the stage proudly, as all of his fellow classmates did. I tell you this story because each one of us has had our own struggles in school. At some point in high school, we all experienced a moment when we wanted to give up. Some of us struggled with the traditional pace of school. Others may have struggled with the social aspects. Maybe financial situations at home made it difficult or impossible to attend day school regularly. Thankfully, we all found Foothills. This is a place where we all felt welcomed and encouraged to continue our education. Some of our challenges may have followed us to Foothills, but we all pushed through. Class of 2023, this moment is something you're going to remember for the rest of your life. Take this feeling you have now and keep it close to your heart. No one else can take this moment from you. It's up to you to continue to push through the rest of life, whether that's university, tech school, a full-time job, or the military. This milestone is not the last one we have. Take this knowledge the teachers and mentors brought to you and use it going forward. To finish up, I would like to thank my mentor, Miss Allison Terrell, and my graduation coach, Miss Christy DeLay. They always continued to encourage me on the days I felt like I would never finish my classes. All of the teachers and administrators at Foothills did an amazing job, and I could not be more grateful to have the pleasure of attending Foothills. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it.
And now, one of our top honor graduates, Ms. Olivia Yeager, will come and speak.
If you told me 3 years ago today that I was going to graduate, I would have told you that you were a comedian. School was never my favorite place to be, but as I grew older, I started to appreciate the things that were taught. Foothills is the best thing that has happened to me. This school has given me the benefit to graduate with my son, and it also has helped me to learn and work independently. The Foothill staff has always been supportive with my journey, and I am truly thankful for their support. Thank you.
And now we will hear from two Mama Joe scholarship addresses. One, Allison Michelle Fowler from the Beryl Russell site, and then one from our very own Elias Trey Young.
Hello, I'm Sherry Gibney Sherman, and I serve as superintendent of Foothills Education Charter High School. And tonight we're going to give an award to two students, and it's called the Mama Joe Spirit of Foothills Award. And these awards for students who show us that they work their very hardest to earn their diploma. Many of our students have a lot of obstacles as they come into Foothills, but they are determined and they are focused and they get the work done. And we have two of those students to share with you this evening. We named this award after my mother, Mama Joe, who passed several years ago. And she was a hard worker, and she's somebody that all of us should want to emulate. So let me proudly introduce you to two students. One is Allison Michelle Fowler, and she's got a story to share. And then our second student is Elias Trey Young from Oglethorpe Foothills, and he too has a journey to share with us. So first, let's hear from Allison.
Hello, my name is Allison Fowler, and I am incredibly honored to be accepting the Mama Joe Spirit of Foothills Scholarship. The Spirit of Foothills, in my belief, is about providing an opportunity for education to those who need it the most. The Spirit of Foothills is found in encouragement, compassion, and the belief that everyone is deserving of a chance. This belief can be found in everybody who has donated to this scholarship. It can be found in the staff of Foothills who have helped me to reach this goal. And it can be found in all of the students just like me who are working to make themselves a future they can be proud of. And I would like to say thank you to two people specifically. To Mr. Farmer, thank you for always providing a smiling face, encouraging words, and a helping hand. Without you, I would not be standing where I am today. You not only helped me to develop a plan to reach my goals, but your constant encouragement has helped me to believe that I am a capable and adept student who can do many things. You always look for the good in people and have inspired me to do the same. To Miss Hunt, thank you for never giving up on me, even at times when I felt I couldn't do it. You always believed I could. Your support and understanding has given me an example of who I want to be. You are a joy to be around and a constant light to everyone around you. You have always thought I was capable of more, and because of you, I believe it. I can proudly say I am the first in my family to graduate high school as well as the first to ever attend college. The staff at Foothills has not only given me a chance to be more, but have also inspired me to do the same for others. This fall, I will start the path to become an educator. My mission is to inspire other students to reach for their goals. I want to influence younger generations to believe in themselves and to always carry the spirit of Foothills. And as a reminder to all those who feel stuck, if you're not sure what to do next, ask for help. Life can be scary, but I believe we can all succeed. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Elias Trey Young, and I am a prime example of trial and tribulations that resulted in success instead of failure. Starting from early on, I was a terrible student in high school, not due to a lack of intelligence, but because I had no academic motivations or drive to go to school. Besides sports, I found school repugnant and monotonous. I missed 97 days of school my junior year and was withdrawn, all because I let my senioritis hit a little early. Then I heard about Foothills and reluctantly signed up. My mom said, "It's this or jail for you, because at this rate, son, that is where you are headed." Miss Simmons made it seem like a godsend, the saving grace to my education. This place offered me a second chance at a diploma, even though I despised the thought of it. To me, Foothills was the embodiment of my failure as a son, a brother, and a grandson. Foothills never gave up on me, though. Coach Palmer was always a friendly face and a kind soul that I felt I could lean on. But this applies to all of the faculty. But shortly after COVID, disaster struck for me and my family. We lost our housing. We were living between hotels and Airbnbs, struggling to make ends meet. Foothills helped my family with food, rooms, and emotional support. Each time I slowed down and stopped making progress, Foothills kept pushing me. They offered me a program called Option B, which allowed me to focus on a trade and work with my hands. I met Mr. Culp, who is the most motivational man I have ever met. It's like he knew me and knew exactly what I needed to hear. He convinced me to pursue Option B and helped me connect with the right people to get the process started. As is the nature of the world, blessings are wrapped in hardships. For a while, things improved, but then we lost our housing again. As my family was fighting homelessness a second time, Mr. Culp and Miss Morris came to my rescue. They helped us with resources while my family and our dogs were all crammed into 1 to 2 hotel rooms, and money and patience were running low. Once I started my Option B classes, I found out that I love welding. Foothills gave me tools and equipment to go to school, but it still wasn't enough. I had to help my family. I worked a hard job, 60 hours a week, while also going to school. For the first time in my life, I had a goal of graduating from the school that I once despised. And with the people that once thought to be the embodiment of my failure, because of these people, I worked those 60 hours a week, went to welding class for 30, and slept 3 to 4 hours per night. All of this took a toll on my mental health, though I had horrible thoughts thinking how easy everything could be if I just laid down and gave up. But I didn't. I couldn't. I had people to prove wrong and twice as many people to prove right. Many a day, Mr. Culps, I'm proud of you. You're doing so well, and becoming a great man was all and only the motivation to get up and get class after a long 12-hour shift the night before. And the beloved Miss Bruce helped me do all the paperwork for school on many days through sleep-deprived manic episodes. And her kind words of affirmation helped me get through the roughest of those times. Those 8 months of being in the hotel taught me to never give up, never take anything for granted, and to love your family. Because when all else is gone or has been taken from you, God and family are all you have. We dragged ourselves through the worst of it and have been getting on our feet. But I wouldn't be who I am today or where I am today if it wasn't for the people at Foothills. Through them, I have been given the opportunity to find happiness in myself and a trade I love. The amazing people I have met through Foothills have changed my whole perspective on the school. I have grown to love it and all the people associated with it. Without them, my future would have been uncertain. I will close this speech with my favorite scripture, Proverbs 13:4. The soul of a lazy man desires and has nothing, but the soul of a diligent shall be made rich. The lazy man desires what hard-working people want: house, food, vacations, money, college, and retirement. But the lazy man's desires remain unsatisfied while the diligent gain wealth. Thank you.
At this time, we will have a guest speaker who is a family man, who is a community member, a coach, a board member, someone who is concerned for all involved in Oglethorpe County and wants the best for the county and again, everyone that's involved in it. At this time, please welcome Mr. Jake Wilcox.
Chuck, that's not all the stuff you said about me earlier. So, welcome everybody and congratulations, guys. I truly mean to tell you congratulations, but I'm not going to congratulate you on graduating, okay? I'm here to congratulate you on building a foundation. You guys, much like a builder, the first thing you have to build when you build your house is a foundation, and there are so many parts that go into your foundation, the blocks, if you will. You guys have a great support system here from your superintendent, your site leaders, Ms. Simmons, Mr. Palmer. These guys care about you. And those blocks have allowed you guys to build a foundation that now you, no matter what background, no matter what situation, no matter what has happened in the past, you can take that foundation and now build on that for a future. I think everybody that's up here, and myself included, would tell you that the most important part of your foundation is you guys. You are the mortar that's held it all together. You've got some parts of your foundation that may have been a bad experience. Sometimes, though, I will tell you that a bad experience, something that you had to overcome, something that seemed insurmountable, can be the part of your foundation that your house leans on the most. Mr. Chuck and Miss Bonnie both called and asked me to speak tonight, and I asked them both if they had made a serious mistake. And so I asked them a lot of questions. I know enough about Foothills, being on the Board of Education. I know what you guys are working toward, what you guys are working with. And so I asked them a lot of questions. I asked about you guys individually. They told me about you being a welder. They told me about you being a mom. They told me about you loving music. They told me all these things. And so I kept asking them questions. What do you want me to talk about? And they both said something to me that caught me a little off guard, because they both said something about my non-traditional background. And I thought to myself, these guys have bumped their heads. You know, I feel like I had the most normal childhood ever. I graduated from Oglethorpe County High School. I got 2 degrees from the University of Georgia. They want me to talk about myself, which is the furthest thing from whatever I want to do. And I said, how can that influence these 4 guys and the accomplishments that they have? And I think I started to understand as I poked Bonnie a little bit more about what she was getting at. And it said to me, well, I guess I did have a little bit non-traditional. I went to college at the University of Georgia, started in 2005, and I started in engineering. I was going to be an engineer. I was going to fix stuff, build stuff. You know, I took the first engineering class, and I was so scared, and I did so terribly in engineering. That curveball number 1, that was out the door from right then. So I just completely 360. What am I going to do now? And so I thought to myself, what do I feel like I'd be good at? And so I looked into business. I've always loved real estate. I've always loved auctions. I said, I'm going to work my way towards that. So I started into that, and I did that. My senior year of college, the 2008 recession happened. And a lot of you older people understand that. And what came with that? A lot of hardship for a lot of people. Being a college student, I didn't feel that so much until it came time to graduate. I was sitting where you guys are sitting. And so I came time to graduate. Mom and Dad, hey, you're graduated from college. Go get a job. There wasn't jobs, right? I mean, you guys experienced that. There wasn't jobs. People were losing their jobs. People didn't have jobs. And so what was I going to do to keep going? Curveball number 2 can't find a job. So what's the most logical thing in my mind that somebody with 2 college degrees could go do? 12 years later, I have a 12-year career in clowning rodeos. Wearing makeup, baggy pants, telling jokes, saving people from bulls. I think I was starting to understand what Bonnie and Chuck were talking about, non-traditional. So, curveball number 1, engineering wasn't going to work. Curveball number 2, no jobs. Go figure it out. I'm getting along great. 12 years later, I was working rodeos from as far north in Michigan as you could go, all the way to Miami, North Carolina to Oklahoma. Things seem great. And here comes curveball number 3, the greatest curveball I've ever been thrown in my whole life. My wife and I decided we had 1 child. We decided we wanted to have a 2nd child. And my wife was an only child, okay? Any only children in the house? Okay, so you know where I'm going here a little bit. My wife was a little adamant, no more children, okay? So she said, I'll give it to you, we'll have 1 more. But she said, we're never going to have more than 2 kids. We're never going to have 2 in diapers, and I'm never driving one of those doggone minivans. We found out a few weeks later we were having twins. 3 kids, 2 in diapers, and guess what she drives? A minivan. Curveball number 3. I tell all y'all that to tell you this. I don't want to stand up here and tell me about myself. You guys are the center here. I tell you that to tell you this simple thing. When you get a curveball, the pitch doesn't matter. The curveball doesn't matter. How you swing the bat is what matters. When you get a curveball thrown at you, and you hit it out of the park, and you do the best you can do, that's what matters. It didn't matter that pitcher had you on the sly and threw you a curveball. Same thing goes with you guys in your life. When you get a curveball, it doesn't matter that you got thrown a curveball. If you'll always remember that, it doesn't matter that you got thrown the curveball. It matters how you hit it. Keep hitting the curveball, guys. As long as they throw, and they're going to keep coming. There's curveballs always. Little ones, big ones, fun ones, not fun ones. Keep hitting the curveballs. And I think if I could sum up some things that I've learned in my life, I've found a few quotes that I feel like sum up some of those, and I want to share those with you guys today. And these are some of the ones that I found that really just summed it up. If you look really closely, most overnight successes took a long time. Steve Jobs. Okay? God is faithful. He will not let you be tested beyond what you can bear. He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. 1 Corinthians 10:13. Do the best you can until you know better, and then when you know better, do better. Maya Angelou. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell. And this one's from me. There's 3 everys that you need to go by. Every day, learn everything from every person you come into contact with. If you do that stuff, guys, you can take this foundation that you have. And I know you're thinking to yourself, why is this guy talking about a foundation? We're done. We've built the house. No, guys, this is your foundation. Now it's time to take your foundation and go build the house. Go be the best you can be every single day. We know that they've set you up for success and that you have the opportunities. They're so proud of you, and they know you can do it. They believe in you. We believe in you. Go build your house. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Wilcox, very much, sir. At this time, graduates, will you please rise for the presentation of your diplomas? Dr. Gibney Sherman, we present to you these graduates who have met or exceeded all local governance board and state of Georgia requirements to be 2023 graduates of Foothills Education Charter High School. Brianna Elizabeth Angel. Also will receive a scholarship as our top honor graduate, Shania Deasia Brown. Olivia Joy Yeager. Also recipient of a scholarship as our second top honor graduate. Elias Trey Young. Also recipient of the Mama Joe Scholarship. All right, before we turn to tassels, let's clap one last time before they get to flip them. Okay. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, we'll hear a short address from our superintendent.
What a great evening. Thanks to you students for all the work that you did in order for us to have something to celebrate tonight. And thanks to the parents and families that are here tonight and supported our students as they made their journey. And a special thanks to our staff, which is about 1,000 employees, who've worked with these students every single day to make sure they had what they need to be successful. We appreciate our site directors who managed each of our sites to make sure that the students and staff had what they needed in order for our students to be successful. We appreciate our governance board and all of our partner school districts and our communities who provide the space, time, and resources for our students to meet and earn their high school diploma. We work in partnership with the Georgia Department of Corrections and the Northeast Georgia RESA Educational Agency to work to make sure, again, that our students have what they need. We appreciate the work of Melanie Britton, who is our Regional Director for Student Services, for organizing all of the scholarships that were awarded tonight. And then to Mark Chanel. He works every single year to arrange all of the graduations to make sure that these students are celebrated the way they should be. It takes the whole Foothills community working together to support our students as they earn their high school diploma. It takes all of us. And for you students, you need to realize you're part of something bigger than the site that you graduated from. We have 21 sites. We're in 16 different school districts. And I'm going to tell you where we are, because you could have friends or relatives who need the Foothills experience. Listen up. We're in Baldwin County. In Barrow County, we're in 2 sites. We're at Russell Middle School and the Sims Academy. We're at Bibb County, Butts County, Clark County, and Elbert County will be coming on board July 1. We're in Franklin County, Greene County, Jackson County, Jasper County, Madison County, Morgan County, Oglethorpe County, Social Circle City Schools, Walton County, and we actually established a virtual campus. It's 100% virtual with 537 students enrolled, where we serve students across the state. We're in 3 state prisons. We're at Arundel, we're at Burris, and McRae is going to open in the fall as Arundel closes, and finally we're at Phillips. We're at 2 Youth Challenge Program sites, one at Fort Stewart and one at Fort Gordon. And here's the other part. You are part of a group of 2,074 students who have earned a high school diploma from Foothills. And that is of today. Today is May 11th as we're recording this speech. And by the time I get to you for your graduation, many more will have finished their task. And since we opened, we have served 16,996 students. That's how many kids have come into our doors. And some of those kids graduated, and you're one of them. Or some got a few credits and took it back to their home high school, and they graduated with their peers. And still others are still with us and are still working, but that's a lot of students coming to us in order to earn their high school diploma. We've developed life skill supports for all of our students. As a matter of fact, as we started working in Foothills in 2015, we realized that we needed to develop programs so our kids were also career ready. We established the Weld Ready program at Barrow, Jackson, Jasper, and Madison, where our students are earning welding credentials. And every single one of our students that goes through the program, they are offered jobs at Kubota, Caterpillar, and other places, and we could not be prouder. We've developed career-ready programs in other areas too. We are not only supporting students as they earn their high school diploma, but we're making sure our students are career-ready too. We established the Alumni Transition Team that's been in place for 6 years, and they help students as they graduate to find jobs, complete college applications, as they take the next step in life. We are continuing to strengthen our curriculum offerings, and we have teachers working with us every day to make sure that your curriculum that you are using for your lessons, it matches the Georgia standards and that you can do your best. We continue to offer the Foothills Plus option for students, regardless of their age. They can complete their high school diploma if they're within 5 credit hours of graduation. As I said earlier, we serve students in our 3 state prisons, and as a matter of fact, we've already awarded 391 diplomas for students attending one of those sites. And this is something for you to know and understand and appreciate. If a student is released from prison and has earned a high school diploma, chances are they don't return. As a matter of fact, the average rate of prisoners returning to prison after they were released is 40%. If you're a Foothills graduate, the average rate is 1%. We are making a difference. We also continue to offer credit transfer opportunities where students can attend Foothills part-time, earn credits, and then transfer them back to their home schools so students can graduate with their peers. As a matter of fact, to this date, we have served 2,258 students in our credit transfer program, and we are just as proud of those students graduating as those who complete their whole high school diploma with us. Now, I need to update you on some legislative activity. This past year, in 2023, House Bill 87 was passed, and that impacts us directly. We will continue to operate under the Georgia Department of Education as a state completion school. We will no longer be a charter school. Our new name will be Foothills Regional High School. Foothills is working with the Georgia Department of Education to make sure that more students across the state have access to the Foothills option. It is important that students, families, and friends. Let their legislators and Georgia Department of Education board members know how important Foothills is to you and your future. We need more students to have this opportunity for a quality high school experience. Thanks to every student, including everyone in this room tonight, for paving the way so that other Georgia students can have the Foothills experience that they and their families deserve. As a Foothills graduate, you took the chance to enroll in a different high school. We are different. You worked at your own pace. We are opened all year. We are open at night. You worked hard in small classroom settings with adults coming in and out of your world. We assigned a mentor to you to stay connected with you. Sometimes they got into your business to make sure that there are no barriers in your way to keep you from graduating. You are brave, you are smart, you are loved, and don't ever forget that. I learned a quote from Steven Spielberg. He's a famous film director now I think this quote is a fitting message for all of our Foothills graduates, in fact, all of us in the room tonight. Listen and learn. According to journalist Katie Cork, Stephen learned at a very young age the most valuable lesson in life from his parents. They taught him how to listen. They taught him how to listen to everybody before he made up his own mind. When you listen, you learn. You absorb like a sponge. Your life becomes so much better. Better than when you are just trying to be listened to all of the time. You are appreciated. Thank you. All of the time. You are appreciated. Thank you.
All right, we are at the time where this is one of the things that makes Foothills graduations unique. At every graduation, we give our graduates an opportunity to come in front of their family and friends, say anything they may want to say. Do we have any takers tonight? No? None? Yeah. All right. Then we will go ahead and let Trey come up with the closing remarks. Oh, wait. Never mind.
I have Trey come up here, and I want him to stand with me. We have this recording. You know, this is our 8th graduation, and we still have that many more to go. And so we've gotten to the point of recording these sections, including our Mama Joe Spirit of Foothills winners. And I have to tell Trey, you know, his video has been very popular everywhere we've gone. He's a strong young man, and he has parents that need to be super proud. And not just his parents, he brought his whole family here. And he has grown, his family has grown, but he doesn't even know it. There are people that got to see and hear about you and your determination, and you have so many people right behind you every single day. So don't ever forget that. When you think that you're alone and fighting this world, and there's a lot of fights out there, you're not. You have so many people that are on your bus, and we're rooting for you. And my mother would have been so proud to be able to see him earn this Mama Joe Spirit of Foothills Award, because you are what it's all about, and we could not be prouder. And as a matter of fact, I realize I say that all the time, so I got to quit saying as a matter of fact. But when we were at the Barrow graduation, we had a senator with us, Senator Clinton Dixon, and he is a chair of the Education Committee, and we did a lot of work with him. And when he heard Trey speak, he wants Trey to come down to the Senate and speak in front of all the legislators to give a testimonial about this is what it's all about. We had a lot of legislative work that we didn't plan on this last year, but Trey, you're the man. And you have so much to give, and you're just so well-spoken, and we could not be prouder. And we are prouder, just as proud of you ladies, too. And this is a big accomplishment, because let me tell you something, if you guys didn't do your work, other people would not have this opportunity. You're the reason why we can keep going and we can keep serving students. Because everything that you said about your site directors and your teachers and your staff, that is all true. And there's an army of people besides those that you never see. And that many of them are in the audience tonight. You have so many people that are working for you to make sure you have what you need to be successful. And Trey, I just can't believe I get to see you in person. And I got to meet his fine mother today, and congratulations. So you give your closing remarks.
Parents, grandparents, teachers, and mentors, friends, and all guests here tonight, thank you. We wouldn't be here tonight without you. Thank you for believing in us when sometimes we had trouble believing in ourselves. Thank you for encouraging us that our goals were within reach. Thank you for sending us to our next chapter of our lives, knowing that we have the ability, determination to accomplish big dreams. Wait till you see how we shine. Thank you.
Guests, when the graduates exit the stage, we ask you to remain in your seats until they have all exited. We want to thank you for coming. These young people have done an awesome job. And there's a photo opportunity in the back. There are sections on the tables that have pictures of our graduates, and they have cupcakes and drinks back there. So after they exit, please follow them back. Thank you very much.